how was your PU2 midterm examinations? 50% students didn't do well. You would have actually realized now that what is your level of preparation. So you need to read these 5 years of question papers. It is very important that to understand, to take learnings from the midterm examinations, how exactly you should prepare, what mistakes you should avoid. Like 4 months is more than enough. You can gear up your score up to 95%. Hello dear students, so most of you would have completed your midterm examinations, right? So now, once when you have completed your midterm examinations, you would have actually realized now that what is your level of preparation for your board examinations. Some of you would have done really great, some of you will be in between, not very bad, not very good, and some of you would have really failed drastically in the midterm examinations. Now here I want to tell you that we know that midterm examinations marks are not added anywhere, but yes, it plays a very important role. It shows you your level of preparation. Where actually are you standing today, right? So it is very important that to understand, to take learnings from the midterm examinations and utilize the next 3 to 4 months in the best effective way. So in this video, we are going to discuss a detailed strategy for the next 4 months, and we'll be talking about how exactly you should prepare, what mistakes you should avoid, what in which month, how many chapters you need to study, how many hours you need to study a day. So everything I'll be telling you in detail so that you can gear up your score up to 95% in your second PUC examinations. So first of all, I want to assure you that if you follow this strategy, then definitely you are going to get very good marks. I have mentored many students, so I can tell this from the personal experience because we have enough time now. Like 4 months is more than enough to master every chapter from the second PU and master this examination, to crack this examination with a very good score, right? So yes, please watch this complete video. And second PUC, please do not ignore it. It is very important. 50% weightage is there in your KSET examination. I need not remind you that. Everybody would be knowing that. So that is why it is very important to focus on your board examinations as well. Okay. So yes, now we'll be talking about this detailed 4-month strategy, how you should be doing, how you should be managing time. So everything we'll be discussing. So please watch till the end. Okay. So now, in our channel recently, after the midterm exam was over, we did a poll like, how was your PU2 midterm examinations? And the results what I saw was like almost 50% students, you can see 26%, 20%. So almost 50% students didn't do well. Whereas it is very easy to score in the board examinations. Now, if you are not able to do good in this examination, then your marks will be like your KSET rank will be very low, because this is one of the advantage that KSET gives you. 50% weightage is taken from your board examination. So you must do very good in this board examination, right? So that is why this video is highly dedicated for these category of students who haven't done really well. But if you follow this strategy, as I tell, if you follow that, then definitely you will be able to score very good marks in your board examination. Next, coming to these students who have done like good, not very good, but yes, you need to work here. So this video is also for this category of students who have done good, but not very good. So you also need to follow this strategy so that you can improve your marks to like up to 10x. You can improve your marks. You need to know a proper strategy, a proper plan that you should follow. Okay, and those students who have done really good, for them also they can watch this video. But yes, if your preparation is going well, you can continue in that way as well. Okay, so yes, as I can say, this video is for these category of students who must focus now, because now the time is there where you can rectify your mistakes, you can work on your weak areas, you can strengthen your concepts, and you can get the very good marks in your board examination. But here also, if you do not work hard, if you do not realize the time, that very limited but enough time is there to master, to score, to get very good marks in your board examination. So if you do not follow here also, then you will be missing out in the board examination rank, right? So please follow this video completely, understand it, and then apply it in your daily study routine. Okay, so first let us talk about your midterm examination analysis. All of you would have completed the midterm examination, I know. So now you need to do one analysis. Okay, so you have to first categorize the subject. You have like six subjects, or like you need to categorize each subject as whether it is a weak subject, moderate subject or strong subject according to you. Okay, according to your level of preparation, whether it is weak, moderate or strong, you need to think. Next, in each subject you need to categorize different chapters. Okay, like which are the difficult chapters, which are the moderate chapters and which are the easy chapters. You need to categorize this. Okay, so now coming to how are we going to do that. So we have a table here. So if in your midterm examinations for the subjects like physics, chemistry, bio, where the total mark is 70, in those subjects if you have scored 56 plus, okay, then you can assure that you are strong in that particular subject. But if your marks are between 35 to 55, then you can like 50 to 79%, then you can say that this subject is moderate and you need to work on that. You can take this up to 56 plus or up to 60 plus very easily. And these students can definitely target for 70, like 65 plus, or full marks also you can target, right? Next, coming to those students who have got below 35 out of 70, have done really bad in the examination, and for this you need to watch this complete video. You need to follow whatever I am telling so that you can at least reach to the like 70-80% you can definitely reach. Okay, now coming to those subjects where it is 80, total mark is 80, like maths, English and your language subject. So if you have got 64 plus, then it is a strong. If you have got somewhere between 40 to 63, then you are moderate. But if you have got less than 40, then definitely that is weak and you need to work on it. Okay, so now coming to this subject. So according to just I have after you have analyzed this, after you have got your marks, after you have seen your results in the midterm, you need to make this table. Okay, so this is I have made randomly, you need to fill by your own. So like for example, I have made physics was moderate for me, okay, and chemistry was my strong subject, mathematics I was really weak, biology I was strong, English I was strong, language I am moderate. So like this you need to first categorize the difficult subjects, moderate subjects and weak subjects. Step 1, once you are done with the midterm, check all the marks, check the category and assign, give a tag to all these subjects. Then this is the first step that you need to do. Next, coming to the plan. Okay, so now if we see from today, like November, December, January, February, March will be the board examinations. So we are left with 4 months, or I can say 120 days. So I have considered the major subjects here. Okay, physics 14, so total chapters we have bio. I have included the subjects physics, mathematics, chemistry and bio. Okay, so this 13 chapters are in bio, but CS people can include their number and make the total number of chapters. Now the other 2 chapters that is left is English and language. And generally, okay, generally students do not face much difficulties in this particular like language and English subjects. So you can manage time according to your strength and weakness for these 2 particular subjects. Okay, so I'll be telling you the strategy where I'll be including physics, chemistry, maths and bio. Computer science, please replace that with the bio and you can include the same timetable. Okay, now coming to, so how many time we have left? We are left with November, December, January and February. Okay, now if you see we have almost 4 months I can say. So what will be our 4-month plan? So we have given, like I have made, in November you should complete 17 chapters. Okay, December 23 chapters, you will be having some holidays, Christmas holidays will be there, so you can do more chapter during that period of time. Okay, then January you will be doing 10 chapters and will be revising, and in February we will be doing only revision and mock test. Okay, so is it clear? Please make a screenshot and write down, this is the target that we have to meet. So in November 17 chapters, December 23. So you can balance this. Okay, you can make here and there, that is fine, but this is just a timetable that I have thought. You can make this chapter somewhere here and there. You can make 20 if you are able to do, that is fine. Okay, so 17, 23, 10 and revision. Clear? So now if we go to the study plan. So now first of all, first step what we did, first step is we analyzed our level, where we are standing, what is our level of preparation. Second thing, we analyzed how much time left and in every month how many chapters we need to complete. But to complete these many chapters, to reach this target, to achieve this milestone, we need to have a roadmap, right? So that is what is the study plan. So I'll be giving you a study plan guide, okay, because I cannot prepare the study plan for you. I'll be telling you what are the key points that you should keep in mind while preparing your study plan, okay. So first is you have to understand your strength and weakness. Like for example, in the sheet that I have prepared, I showed that maths is my weak subject, right? And physics is my moderate subject, and chemistry and bio are the subjects in which I am strong. Okay, that is my potential. So what I'll be doing in my study hours, in my study routine, I'll be giving more time to maths, okay, than compared to chemistry and bio. Right? So that is what I'm saying. There, everybody has different strength and weakness. Somebody may be very good in maths but may be facing difficulty in chemistry. So you need to do the opposite way. Okay. So that is what you need to understand your strength and weakness first thing. Second, you have to make monthly and weekly plan. So you should have like monthly plan. I already told you there's 17 chapters in November, 23 chapters in December and 10 chapters in January. You can alter it, you can change it, but there should be a target like in this particular month, when on the 1st of November, 1st of December, your target should be fixed that okay, this month these many chapters are to be done. Once that is fixed, then you need to plan about the weekly. So week 1 which chapters, week 2 which chapters, week 3 which chapters, and week 4 which chapters are to be done. That is what is your monthly and weekly plan should be prepared. Next, coming to this one, by seeing the numbers, I am saying that each week, okay, so we have like almost, I have taken an average of 20 chapters per month, 17 and 23, so 20 chapters per month. So each week you should do at least 5 chapters. Every week how many chapters you need to finish? 5 chapters, okay. Then every month you will be able to finish 20 chapters, okay. So that is just a basic calculation I have given you. Next, how much hours you should study? So you need to study at least 5 hours every day. If you are able to study more than this, that is very good, but minimum 5 hours is a very, very mandatory thing that you have to do now, right now, okay. Now, how are these 5 hours divided? You will be having 2 hours in which you will be taking weak subject, okay. Like you can take any of this PCMB, whichever is weak for you, you can take and study. Next, 2 hours you are going to take moderate subject, okay, whichever is your moderate subject, you can take like this, or you can take 1 hour moderate, 1 hour strong also you can do. Next 1 hour you can study either language, you can do your homeworks, or you can do revision or any other topic or any other task that you have been given from your like projects, your lab records, anything is there, you can do in this period. Clear? Now, we should not forget that we also have to prepare for KSET side by side, right? So in this 2 hours, okay, so now I'll be telling you, 1 second. So in this 2 hours, suppose I sat and studied today, 2 hours I have planned for maths, okay, 2 hours I'll be studying maths. Then how I should distribute this 2 hours? How are we going to divide this 2 hours? So see, 1 hour I'll be focusing on concepts, okay, revising the concepts or learning the concepts, I'll be doing that, okay. Next, I can say 30 minutes I'll be doing some most important like board questions, or I can say second PU question practice, okay. Next 30 minutes is very, very important, where you should do some KSET PYQs. Please do not ignore your KSET preparation right now, because this is the time where you need to focus on the KSET as well, okay. Many comments I got like how to manage both the preparation. So I saw a very common thing in the KSET syllabus and in the board syllabus for most of the chapters, that whichever chapters are high weightage for board, they are also the high weightage chapters for your KSET examination. So you can do your preparation simultaneously, you can give equal time for both. So what you have to do is, suppose you are studying 2 hours maths, suppose you are studying application of derivatives or integrals, any such chapter, first 1 hour you give on focusing the concepts, okay. And as far as I know, I have seen like there is no concepts outside of NCERT that is being asked in KSET. Like there may be few 1 or 2 questions that is being asked like that, but most of the questions, concepts are there in your NCERT book. So 1 hour when you are learning these concepts, you are learning it for both PU and KSET. You do not have to go separately, right? So this long concept learning is both for PU and board. Right now, after this, when you do question practice, 30 minutes you should do solving. Like you should write the steps, you should do derivation practice, like those questions you need to solve. And next 30 minutes you can solve some KSET PYQs, or if you have some KSET DPPs, you can solve that. Okay, so in this way you can prepare for both the PU board and KSET preparation within the same time. Understood? So that is what you need to do here. Next, you need to write a weekly test. Okay, so every Sunday, I'll be talking about this in detail. So every Sunday you have to write a test on the chapters that you have studied in that particular week. Okay, now let us go to the study resources. So these are the most important resources that you need to follow. So first one is your NCERT. There is no doubt that questions will be coming from NCERT. So read NCERT line by line. Second, NCERT exemplar. Okay, so for NCERT exemplar, just focus mostly on the MCQs asked in NCERT exemplar. Okay, you can also follow us on the subjective question, but most priority is first MCQs, and then if you have still time, go for subjective questions. Okay, first priority, second priority is subjective questions. Okay, next coming to your short notes. So when you have studied a chapter, prepare short notes for that. In the short notes, only include the important formulas, important diagrams, important key concepts. Just mention the concept so that it will be very, very helpful for your revision. Okay. Next, coming to the fourth one, that is PYQs chapter wise. Okay, so you need to solve the chapter wise PYQs. I told you 30 minutes you have to give time for practicing questions. So which questions you need to practice? You need to practice the previous year questions that have been asked from that particular chapter. Okay, and next, very, very important, this is like key thing I can say, a secret resource, that is the question list. Now what is this one? I'll be explaining that in detail after some time. Okay, but remember, this is the most important resource and many of you will not be having that, but yes, you need to start having this. Okay, now here are some books that you can follow for the previous year questions. One is your Jivit publication books are there. I have personally analyzed this book and I have seen like they have done really a great work where they have like segregated the questions year wise, chapter wise, so you can follow this. But yes, if you have any other book, that is completely okay. This is what I have seen and I felt it is good, so I am recommending it, but it is not mandatory at all. Okay, please remember, whichever book if you are having, if you have some other publication, that is also fine. The thing is, you need questions. Whichever book, doesn't matter. And you can also have from Oswald publication, they are also having, this is also a good book, you can consider this also, or any other publication. These are two recommendations from my side. Okay, now coming to something that I told, a secret resource, that is question list. Now what is this question list? You need to prepare a question list for all the chapters, which includes only the list of questions. There won't be any answers here. Okay, so you can see now, like for example, I think it is visible. So carbonyl, I have taken coordination chapter and I have listed some very important 3 marker questions. First is VVT of COF6 3-. I saw this question is being asked repeatedly in the exam. Next, you can see figure of d orbital splitting in the octahedral crystal field. This is also asked repeatedly in the exam. Next, you have nomenclature. Then you have some definitions like heteroelectric complex, Werner's theory, geometrical isomerism, right? These are the questions that is being asked repeatedly in your exam. So we need to prepare a list of these type of questions. Okay, now how are we going to do that? What are the steps? How can you get these questions? So the first step is you need to analyze the last year question papers. Okay, last 5 years of question papers. Now, for example, now see, suppose this is your chemistry book of Jivit publication. Okay, so you can see that they have a pattern, like you can just see, if you have this year book, then you can see in the page number of 1 second. 318 some page number, you can see chapter wise it is there, and year wise previous year questions are there. Okay, year wise. So you need to read these 5 years of question papers. Okay, just read the questions and check whichever questions is mostly repeated. Just note down those questions. Okay, that's all you have to do. Understood? So you have to just go through the book, read the questions, last 5 years of questions you read, and whichever question is repeated again and again, every year it is asked, note down those questions. Okay, so you got the source from where you will get the 5 years of questions chapter wise. Then identify the most repeated questions and note them and highlight them. You need to also highlight them. Now after that, you note down those questions which is asked in the exam, but it is not repeated everywhere. It may be like every year, it may be like asked in the alternative year or asked once in a time. So just note down these questions. After that, you can note down any other important questions. If you feel it is there, you can note down them. So just make a question list which includes all type of questions, 2 marker, 3 marker. Like for coordination chemistry, we have only 3 marker question. So note down all the possible 3 marker questions that is there in the book. Okay. So this will only questions, again I'm saying no answer, so this will help you to revise quickly. Okay, you just can see the questions and okay, this is done, this is done, this is done. You can just revise it very quickly. So you need a question list like this. Okay, so in our channel we'll also be providing this when we are starting the PU board series, but you should have of your own, then you can cross check it, you can start with this. Okay, fine. Next, coming the understanding of syllabus. So till now what we have done, first we understand the level of our preparation, right, where we are standing, where we are not. Second, we understood how much time left and we planned a monthly target. Then we followed some study guidelines, we got some book list. Okay, now we are coming to the syllabus. So you need to see the high weightage chapters. Okay, so I have marked the number of questions, that number of marks for each of the chapters in physics, and then this is the order in which you need to do the chapters. You need to first, like these are the chapters, these 5 chapters should be done first because they carry very high weightage, then the next 5 and then the next 4 chapters. Okay, now here what is this SMW? Now see, after every chapter you need to assign a status to it, that here your S stands for a strong subject, M means it is moderate and W means it is weak. Okay, so this also you can analyze. Just if you do not know, if you haven't written any test, so just go to this previous year question book of this particular chapter, try solving some questions. If you are able to do it, if you know the answers, then definitely that is a strong subject. If some of the questions you know, some you don't know, then you can mark it as moderate. If majority of the questions you are not able to solve, then you can mark it as weak. Okay, so like this, make a list of those chapters which are your like strong, weak and moderate. This is very important so that you can know where to invest your time. Okay, so like this you need to do for all the subjects. Okay, so chemistry also you can do, then you need to do for maths as well, and then you can take for this one, biology also. Okay, so now you can I'll be giving you slide, you can take 2 minutes time and take a screenshot of this one so that it will be helpful. Okay, just you can take a screenshot of these topics and these are written randomly, you need to fill it on your own. Okay, then coming to, we have chemistry. Okay, these are the high weightage topics, you need to follow this order, this is important. Okay, next we have mathematics. So here also you need to follow high weightage, moderate weightage and low weightage topics. Okay, next we have bio. Okay, so bio also we can measure high weightage, moderate weightage and low weightage topics. Okay, so yes, you can take a screenshot of this if you want, right? Clear? So that is done. We have understood the syllabus. Now we have understood also what chapters to be done, when to be done, in like which is the order in which the chapters has to be done. So here I want to tell you, first you need to focus when you are doing the chapters. First you need to start with the weak chapters, then do the moderate chapters, then do the strong chapters. Clear? Getting? If I am planning to complete biology, then which chapter I'll take first? I'll take this chapter first. Okay, which chapter I'll take last? Molecular basis of inheritance, because that is a strong topic. I just need to little brush up or practice more questions, that's all. But in the weak subject I need to learn the concepts also, it will take more time. So when we have enough time, we need to start with the weak chapters of the subject. Okay, but you should not start something from where like here this chapter organism and population, suppose it is a moderate topic, need not start from here. You first complete the high weightage. In the high weightage, those topics which are weak, then moderate which are strong. Then go for moderate weightage, the same thing, weak, strong and moderate. Then like weak, moderate and strong. Then low weightage, the same thing, moderate and strong. Okay. So next question is asked by many of the students, ma'am, how many hours we need to study? So we have, you need to study for 5 hours. Okay. Now there can be two sets of categories, like students who are studying in the daytime and who study till the late night. Okay, so this I have discussed many times. So 5 hours of study slot I can give you. For morning bird means those students who can wake up early and prepare. So for them you can have one slot from 6:30 to 8:30, then 9:30 to 10:30, then morning 5 to 7 am to give you 5 hours of study. Similarly, those students who can study till late night, for them also 6:30 to 8:30, then 9:30 to 11:30, 11:45 to 12:45. Okay. Next, coming to weekends. Okay, so weekends are the most important thing where you need to practice, where you need to give more time, or after the after exams, when you're you are giving the full day is given to you, that preparation holidays are there. So at that time what you need to use the time, how you need to study. So here you need to study total 10 hours. Okay, you can keep one slot where you need to take 3 hours. So try to take one difficult subject here, difficult topic. Okay, next in the 2 hour slots, try to take a easy topic. Okay, next you have another 2 slots, here you can take a moderate, and this 2 hours you can give test. Okay, and then 1 hour you can do revision. Okay, so like this you can divide this 10 hours. Clear? Okay, now coming to the study timetable. Okay, this is a week wise plan that I have given you, but here I am telling you not to follow, not to give exactly in this way, but yes, this is an idea. So now today is 6th of November, right? So we have already completed almost 5 days of this week. So in this particular week, okay, in this particular week, today is today is Tuesday, so we are just left with Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days in this particular week, right? So in this week you just need to do 2 chapters, that is continuity and differentiability and determinants of maths. Now see, this is not a fixed one because I have written my maths chapter, maths subject was weak, so I took 2 subjects from here. If you are comfortable in maths, you can take 1 and 1. So just try to finish 2 topics in this particular week. From next week onwards we have the target, that is 5 chapters and 5 chapters. Okay, so 5, 3, 15 and 16, 17. Remember, in the month of November I have given you target of 17 chapters. Okay, so because I feel that I am weak in maths, so I am giving 2 subjects, like 2 chapters in the maths per week, so that I can complete early and revise more. Okay, next you can see every Sunday you can prepare your language and English. Okay, generally I feel like maths and bio and chemistry are not that difficult, so you can study them like alternatively, and bio and chemistry you can mix. Maths and physics you can study every day, every week. Okay, so you can balance it out, you can make changes accordingly, but this is just a plan. Okay, you need to prepare your own plan based on your strength and weakness. Clear? So remember, you have to give 2 chapters in this particular week, that is 7th November to 10th November, then 11th to 16th November, Monday to Saturday only. Sundays are only for revision, question practice and completing the incomplete task. Then 18th to 23rd November, 5, 5, 5. Okay, clear? Okay, next, so like this you can prepare for the December month as well. Okay, next, coming to difficult topics. So there are some chapters, there are some like you may be very strong but in the particular subject, but there are some particular chapters where you get stuck, right? So we need to work on those weak chapters, but yes, we will work smartly here. Okay, it's not that you have to learn everything from that particular chapter. So what are the steps, how can you manage a difficult chapter in a smart way? So these are very easy. First thing you need to do is the check PYQs. You know, the questions are not being asked from the whole chapter. There are certain sections in a chapter from where the questions are being asked repeatedly. So you need to see the last year 5-year PYQs and you have to select the most important questions. Okay, next, you have to understand the pattern, identify the most important topics, and you need to prepare a question list. Okay, that's what we have already explained you. Now, whichever topic you see is asked mostly, repeatedly it is being asked, those topics you try to understand, strengthen those concepts, because the concepts, questions may not be repeated, but the concepts are being repeated, right? So the exact question may not be asked, some twist and turn questions from that particular concept can be asked. So you can revise the concept, understand the concept, okay? Then do writing practice from those particular questions. After that, go for the rest of the chapter. So first thing is, like, see, suppose there is a chapter number X, okay? There is some chapter X, okay? Now 80% of this chapter questions will be asked from this 20% of the syllabus, right? There will be 20% in that chapter from where most of the questions will be asked, or there can be 30% and 70% questions can be asked. So we need to first master these 30% of the syllabus from where we'll be getting 70% of the questions. After once this is done, if you have still time, you can go for the rest, that is your 70% of the syllabus from where 30% of the questions will be asked, okay? Then you need to make short notes and formula sheets if it is having, then you have to revise the whole chapter, and after that you write a test. So if you are able to get 50% above in this particular test, that is fine, okay? So you cannot master every subject, every chapter, but yes, you need to improve it. That is how you can improve this. First, you just need to see the PYQs, practice the most important, most repeated, most predictable, expected questions. After that, you do other topics in that particular chapter, make a short note, fill the formula sheets, and then just give a test, and then you can go for the next chapter. Clear? Next, revision strategy. This is very, very important. Without revision, nothing is going to be there in the mind. Studying is different thing. Presenting the answers, writing in the exam is a different thing, and writing of answers will be correct if you have done correct revision properly, okay? So how you should be revising? Revising on a daily, weekly and monthly basis, right? So I have given you in the timetable, Sundays, every Sunday you should revise. Studying every day, after studying 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just revise what you have studied on that particular day, okay? Next, because it is a board examination, subjective questions will be asked, so you need to do writing practice while revising. At least 3 questions per subject you need to write. Writing means, I am not saying like you need to, when I am saying you need to do writing practice, that means write like exam, okay? Following everything, underlining the keywords, highlighting the keywords, putting lines after the answer, maintaining steps, everything should be followed when you are writing 3 questions per subject, okay? So just like other questions, you can just see, suppose for example a question is asked, what are homoleptic complexes, okay? That question you need not write, okay? You can think, okay, I know the definition, you can just revise and go. But suppose a question is asked that what is the crystal field, what is the paramagnetic behavior, the hybridization and structure of COF6 3- explain. So those type of questions where there are so much writing, write that in practice and then check with your book. You should not miss any step, any data, any information should not be missing. So those type of questions you need to write, okay? Like for example, a question is asked like what is the stereo center, or you can just recall and leave it. But if question is asked, write the mechanism for SN1, SN2, write that and check, okay? Where somewhere double arrows are there, carbocut and plus sign are missing. So these all mistakes are there, but if you write and practice, you can master them, okay? Next is focus on the most repeated topics. You have to use your question list that we have prepared. Most repeated questions should be highlighted, and those questions should be studied again and again, okay? Next, work on your weak areas. This is important. You have time once you are writing. Whichever questions you are not able to solve, learn them and write it again and again, okay? And next, practice diagrams, derivations and mechanisms. Clear? Next, coming to your mock test. This is very, very important, but yes, I'll be telling you how you should be doing it. First thing that you need to do is practice important questions, okay, every Sunday from the chapters completed in that particular week. So I told you in every week we'll be doing 5 chapters, right? So you need to practice at least 3 questions from all the 5 chapters. So total 15 questions you need to practice on the Sunday, okay? So which questions, how many questions? 15 questions at least, okay? More than that is more than enough. Next, give a test of 20 chapters every month. So we have discussed in our plan 20 chapters every month, right? So you need to give a test of 20 chapters every month. Again, each chapter you can consider 3 questions. So total how many we'll be doing? 60 question practice, okay? Next, write in exam conditions. That means you should not get up here and there, no no talking, nothing, no, not using phone, not using book. Sit silently and do writing practice. Okay. Next, analyze your weak areas and work on them. So once you have written the test and check the answers, okay, find out the mistakes and then you need to work on them. And last one, focus on paper presentation. This is very important. When you are doing this question practice, do paper presentation also, means do not forget to highlight the key words, do not forget to underline the important points, do not forget to maintain space, do not forget to draw a line between the answers. So these all things also you need to practice while writing the answers. Okay. So yes, and sorry, this is the same thing. Okay, so now here is an announcement I have made before also. From November 15 we are going to start the PU series. Okay, so we'll be covering all the chapters, everything that is required for you to get very good marks in your PU boards. So I'll be just telling you now what all things are we going to do in this. Okay, so first we'll be going to cover the entire syllabus in the form of questions. Okay, we will not be explaining the concepts here again. We'll be taking only questions and solving it. But yes, while solving the questions, whatever concepts are required, we'll be discussing those concepts. So in this way, you won't feel like you are reading the chapter again, but you will feel like you are practicing the questions, which is very important and which will help you to fetch marks. Okay, second thing we'll be doing is solving PYQs. So we'll be solving the last 5 years, or I can say last 10 years of papers we'll be solving. Okay, okay, all types, 2 marker, 3 marker, 4 marker, whatever is there, whatever is being asked, we'll be solving those questions. Okay, next we'll be solving the model test papers by the PU board. 3 model test papers have been given. I'll be telling you how to solve it. We'll be doing it for all the subjects. Okay, PCMB, all the 4 subjects will be covered. Then we'll be doing some sample papers. Okay, so almost 10 to 15 sample papers will be finishing before the exam. Okay, and next, this is very important, all possible MCQs from NCERT. This is especially for chemistry. Okay, so after I saw the midterm paper, I realized that questions are being asked from every corner of the chapter. Okay, and that is also very obvious because the number of chapters have been deleted and number of chapters there are less. So definitely every chapter we need to give more importance, right? So that is why I'll be giving you questions from all the chapters. Every line I'll be studying by myself, and I'll be giving you questions from each and every line that can be asked in the exam. So MCQs, I'll be giving you all types of questions, so you can prepare very well and can do very good in your examinations. Okay, so now we have planned it on 15th of November. Okay, but if you we get more comments, we get more requests if to start early, we'll be planning it to start early as well. Okay, so just a number, so if we get 500 to 1000 requests to start early, then definitely we'll be making it before 15th of November so that we can complete everything well in advance and can do much. So we can increase this number of practice questions, we can increase. Okay, so let us see how many of you are interested. If you want it before, then please comment down that you want it early. Okay, just comment down, ma'am, we want early, we want early. Then we'll try to prepone this date, and so a number of 500 to 1000 students, if you request, we'll definitely try to work on it. Okay, so that's all in this video, students. So I hope that your midterm examinations were a mirror, were an eye-opener for you to understand your level of preparation. And one more thing, the second thing that I want to tell you, that do not get demotivated. Okay, your midterm marks are not your limitations. They are your key to boost your confidence, boost your preparation. If you haven't done well, you will do good. If you have done better, you will do the best, right? So just follow the series, follow our channel, we'll be providing you everything that is needed. The only thing that is needed from your side is your hard work and dedication. Okay, so please trust us and trust yourself, your preparation. And if you have found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching and see you soon in the next class.